Good day. It is Thursday, October 27th, 2022. We are very close to the end of the month where Mars is going to go to sleep, and we're going to be in November. So the moon today is in Sagittarius. It moved in here at about 5:55 a.m. in Illinois. And it left last night at about 11:30 here, and it had a beautiful meeting with Pluto. So the Scorpio moon moving out of Scorpio had a meeting with Pluto, who rules Scorpio. So last night we had some definitive emotional endings with the Nine of Hearts there yesterday, right? And one of the things yesterday that happened was that Brittany Griner has to go to a penal colony for 9 years. 9, the number 9. 9 of Hearts, 9 years. Her appeal did not go through. And again, I'm sure it has to do with us, America, not supporting Russia against Ukraine. And we're helping Ukraine to fight a bully. And it's going to get worse as Mars goes to sleep. So be prepared for that. I pray for you, Brittany. I hope you get to come home with a prisoner swap or something by the end of the year. I really do. And I would never go back to Russia again if I was Brittany Griner. This Sagittarius moon is a liberating sign. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and fire signs are about action. So this Sagittarius moon is going to give us energy, enthusiasm for doing things today emotionally. Starting new, going on an adventure, finding a partner to go on an adventure with, things like that. It's not such a great day for business for everyone. For most of us, it's an okay day. For some of us, it's an excellent day in love and things like that. And the problem today is that Mercury has a square to Pluto. So the moon met up with Pluto, had a nice meeting. But Mercury is going to have a meeting with Pluto and not have a nice meeting. And it's going to cause mental tension and tense communication early on in the day. And as the day goes on, this will ease up. The obsessive thinking is possible, self-awareness and mindfulness. If we engage these things, we might be able to penetrate communication and think more deeply about a matter. So basically, this is going to make us feel insecure, have fears, have mental anxiety, have troubles manifesting what we dream about. And also Venus and Jupiter are meeting up today, which is going to help us cooperate with each other and give each other the benefit of the doubt. So basically, earlier on in the meeting here with Mercury and Pluto, we're going to feel really insecure and anxious about what we're thinking and planning is not going to come true. And this is the beginning of the Mars retrograde, this feeling of anxiety. I spoke about this yesterday, and some of you might have felt this yesterday, especially if you're ruled by Mars, either in your sun, your moon, or your ascendant. Mars is going to sleep, and it's for a very long time. It's unusual. Mars is only usually somewhere for about 3 weeks, and it's here for 6 months, I believe, in Gemini. And so the problem with Mars going to sleep for most of us is that we'll lack energy, we'll lack inspiration, we'll lack the fire underneath us to get us going, because that's Mars. It's a fire sign, right? It rules a fire sign, but it also rules Scorpio. So the problem with going to sleep in Scorpio season is that Pluto will be more active than Mars. And that's why I believe astrologists think that World War III could happen, is because of that. And also, if you're in Aries, Mars rules Aries, is a sun sign, and it's also a cardinal sign. So as an Aries person, if you have this sun, moon, or ascendant, you're going to feel anxious, anxiety, you're going to be impatient. And a lot of times, impatience and anxiety go hand in hand, right? Because you're impatient. You want something to happen. You're like, oh, I want to win the lottery, right? Impatience. And so then the anxiety comes in, and you're like, well, what if I do win? What if I don't win? Blah, blah, blah. So your mind just goes off, right? And today, Mercury meeting up with Pluto and having this clash is starting to let you understand, let you practice. Yesterday and today, let you start to begin to understand what you need to do. And as it says, mindfulness helps today. Meditation, seeking quiet. Venus is here to help you to relax and appreciate and love your surroundings, right? Because Venus is in Scorpio. Venus wants you to dig deep into your psyche and find what makes you truly happy. And with Mars asleep, you won't have the need to go. You'll feel more relaxed and want to sit there and deep dive into things, which is what Scorpio season is about. So in some ways, it's like a great little break you can have for yourself right now if you can actually relax your mind. Because a lot of times our mind is the cause of all the trouble and anxiety in our lives is our mind. So that's why mindfulness is when you do things consciously. Like I'm going to eat a banana and not unconsciously pick up a comfort food, which would be, let's say, a chocolate chip cookie, or a donut, So it's okay to have a donut every now and then, have a cookie, but if you're reaching for that, when you're feeling anxious and impatient, then you know that that's affecting you, it's affecting your health, it's affecting your stress level. So that's why mindfulness is very important. And meditation comes from being mindful. When you're mindful, you're already guiding your brain to think what you want it to think, not what it wants to think on its own, because your brain is constantly running. It has a mind of its own. So if you can steer your mind in the right direction, a lot of things can be good. See, I'm in the wall, I'm in the corner, stuck in the corner. Mars is asleep, I can't get out. So that's how you're going to feel, like you're stuck in the corner and you're like seeing all these things happening. You're like, well, I want to be doing that too. But sometimes if it's your time, you will be doing it. If it's not your time, you're going to be sitting there saying, oh, I want to be doing that. So the next time when it is your time, you know what it is you want to do. And you can start planning for that and thinking about it and learning and watching how you get it done. Okay? Now, anxiety is a huge problem in the world because it goes hand in hand again with impatience and also with stress. We've built a world where we feel stress, where we feel like we have to get things done. There's a deadline. We have to make money. We don't make money. We can't have this. We want our kids' lives to be great. Believe me, I was caught up in that rat race for a while. And it doesn't really matter how much money you have. It's not the quantity of what you have, it's the quality. So if you can budget and only spend what you need to spend, it's the same thing for children. Money is not going to make your children happier or better. You can pay for all those programs and sports, everything. Unless your baby wants to be a pro, it's not going to happen. You can want all these things to happen. Unless your kid wants it, it doesn't matter. You can go buy them a nose job, a boob job, an ear job, whatever it is you're going to do. It doesn't really matter unless in here is quality. And understanding how to love yourself without all these extras. Botox when you're 16. A boob job when you're 20. A butt job when you're 20. All these things is what is coming up for question as Saturn gets ready to move into Pisces. And Pluto gets ready to move into Aquarius the next year or two. And you can prepare for a lot of these things that we know are coming if you are spiritual and in touch with what's in here, in your heart. not here, heart. So, and what's in here? If you get this and this to agree, then you are meditating, you're in touch with your heart, you know what your soul wants, you're being guided correctly, and you can have peace. But the only way to have peace is to really deep dive into why you do things. Mindfully understand why you choose the actions you choose. Is it an eye for an eye? Is it vengeance? Is it revenge? Or is it because you know it's the right thing to do and it's what your soul and your heart are telling you to do? There's a big difference. And if you're doing what your soul and heart tells you to do, you're at peace. You don't need all that money. I mean, I wouldn't mind winning the lottery, but I don't need the money to be happy. I need the money so that my body can stay in shape for a lot longer, right? Because all these things help when you have money. You can get a sauna and sit in, and you can get a massage. And so money is good, but it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to bring love into your life that's real. So these are things that Scorpions know and really, really reiterate it to the world. And I love Scorpions. Some of my best friends and my play partner are Scorpions. I've run into the gray lizard of a Scorpion too, and so I understand what happens to them. So it's a complex sign, but it definitely helps you to dig deep and understand motivations, especially of yourself and of other people. So today is a great day to be talking about these things. It's the 8 of Heart coming off the 9 of Heart, which was the ending of love of some companion or love of a pet. Something ended yesterday for a lot of us. And today is the 8 of Hearts. It's a Playboy card, or the love, so much emotional love that you can bully other people because you're an 8. And 8 is the number of Scorpio. And so here you're born a Scorpio and Hearts. So the first week of Scorpio, if you notice, has all been Hearts. These are the baby Scorpios who are just learning that they're very vulnerable because they have so much love to give and power to use. So they can be, these people could be abusive as an 8, or they could be the sweetest people ever and always there and supporting you. And they're ruled by their Mars card, which is the Queen of Heart, which is the sweetheart card. But the Queen of Heart, as in the Mars card, basically means that you will have females that you may not get along with. That's the enemy when they're Mars card. So if you're a man, you're going to really want a Queen of Hearts woman. If you're a woman, you're going to want to avoid Queen of Hearts women unless you do something with them. Otherwise, it could turn into competition. And their Pluto card is the Ace of Club, which is the semi-fixed card looking for its true love. And again, we're in Scorpio season where we're dealing with love and deep, deep, deep commitment. And so these people here, I bet, will be pretty popular. Having the Queen of Heart there and the 8 of Heart. They're 2 hearts and they're an ace. They're a baby looking for love. So I think these people will be popular and seeking their place in society. So let's see who's born here today. Because again, that obsessive thinking for today is going to be an 8 personality. 8 people are very... I have a lot of 8s in my spread, and I know that when I focus on something, I really get into it. I used to, when I read a book, a lot of times before I had kids or when I was pregnant, I couldn't put the book down. I had to finish it. And I've learned not to do that since I've had 4 kids now. I can't just go into my book, even now, even they're older. You can't just go in and put yourself into a book for a day. You know, you just can't with kids. So let's use born here today that I recognize. And the first person I recognize is Marla Maples, 58. She is ex-President Trump's second wife. They have a baby together named Tiffany. And he was with her got her pregnant and then left his first wife. And then he was with her for a while, and then he left her and went to Melania, who gave him a son. Because that's what he'd think he was wanting, another son. Let's see who else I recognize. John Cleese, 82, movie actor. Love him. So funny. Let's see who else I recognize. Excuse me. Gianni DiCencio, TV actor, 20. I've seen him around. Kelly Osbourne, 37. Reality star, TV host. She's the daughter of the Osbourne family. They're moving back to England. And I believe she's pregnant right now with twins. Theodore Roosevelt, 1858 to 1919, one of the Roosevelt family. And he's the one that started all the conservative conservation of land in America. You know, like Yosemite Park, Yellowstone. He started that. Samantha Logan, 25, TV actress. Lonzo Ball, 24, basketball player. And his little brother's born on my birthday. Okay, so that's all I know, all the people I got going on here. So enjoy yourself. Venus is here to help us inspire cooperation. And so try to have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we will talk about what's happening over the weekend as Mars prepares to nap. Okay, and that's huge. So if you're already feeling anxiety, feeling impatient, feeling doubts, having moments, know that the planets are pulling on your strings. Today with the moon in Sagittarius also. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So you're going to feel a lot of excitement and emotion, but nowhere to go. In terms of Mars is powering down right now. He is very weak. You could probably walk next to Mars, let's say, and not get very far. He's not walking much. He's basically shuffling to his bed for a nap. So you're going to feel it, all Aries, all Scorpio, and anyone else who's ruled by Mars. Your Mars, if you have Mars and Scorpio like I do, I've already been feeling the slowdown, but since I'm ruled by the sun, it's a different feeling. It's more eclipse stuff that affects the sun, not as much as the outer movements, unless they're hitting the sun, unless they're making a direct contact with the sun. So that's it for today. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. And peace.